Hello and welcome to Byju's Exam Prep IAS. Welcome to the big news of the day. The topic for today's big news is Jayanti of Jyotiba Phule. In this short and crisp analysis, we'll understand his life, his writings and his main ideas. So let us begin. See, Jyotiba Phule is in the news because April 11th is his birthday. Every year this day is celebrated in his honor. His name was Jyotirao Govindrao Phule. He was a social reformer, an activist, a thinker, a writer and an anti-caste social reformer from Maharashtra. He was born 195 years ago on April 11th in a Mali family of Pune in 1827. The Malis or gardeners belong to the Shudra Varna. Here you have to understand that Varna system or caste system has been a reality of Indian society. Historically, Indian society has been divided into four castes: Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras. In this fourfold classification, as already mentioned, Jyotiba Phule belonged to the Shudra class. This fourfold classification runs on an idea of purity and pollution, and those who fall outside this fourfold classification are called Ati Shudras or Dalits in the present context. Now coming back to Jyotiba Phule, he was educated at a Marathi school with a 3-year break at a mission school in Pune. Jyotiba Phule did a lot of social work, wrote books and also had many ideas. Let's first understand his social reform. See, he was a great social reformer. He contributed to education of lower caste boys and girls. He started a school for girls and untouchable castes in 1848. There was no female teacher available then, so he asked his wife to teach in the school. So it was a revolutionary step given the times when women did not have the same rights as men had. He opened 2 more schools for girls in 1851. He was honored for these efforts by the Board of Education in 1852, but gradually he retired from the management of these schools because he wanted to focus on broader areas of social reform. For example, he supported widow remarriage in 1860. Also in 1863 established a home for the prevention of infanticide. He and Savitribai Phule adopted one orphan from the home because they had no children of their own. Apart from these initiatives, he also established an organization for which he is even remembered today. The organization is called Satya Shodhak Samaj or the Truth Seekers Society. It was established in 1873 by him and his colleagues. The main aim of the organization was to organize the lower castes against the Hindu social order, which I said initially is based on caste system. In that regard, one of his colleagues started the first newspaper called Deen Bandhu. So it became the voice of this movement. This newspaper was established in 1877. Also during this time, he was appointed as a member of the Pune municipality in 1876. He continued as a member till 1882 of this municipality and also fought for the cause of the downtrodden, which is the lower caste, the untouchables. Apart from social reform, he was also a great writer. He wrote many books. For example, he wrote Brahmanache Kasab in 1869. He wrote Gulamgiri in 1873. The Brahmanache Kasab exposed the exploitation of Brahmin priests. He criticizes Brahmin clergy. In Gulamgiri, he had given a brief survey of the slavery of the lower castes, which is the Shudras and the untouchables. He also published his speeches under the title of The Cultivator's Whip Cord in 1883. In this, he analyzed the exploitation of the peasant. His another important book is a book of True Religion for All, published in 1891, a year after his death. In all his ideas, he was also influenced by Christianity and ideas of Thomas Paine, a great philosopher. He's called the Mahatma. This title was given to him by people in Bombay in 1888. Now we understood his life in brief and his contribution to social reform and the books that he wrote. Let's understand the main ideas he had. See, he welcomed colonial rule. That is, he appreciated British rule because he thought that they have established the principle of equality before law. He saw the Brahmin Peshwas who were ruling before the British as discriminatory because they had put strict limitations on education, occupation and living standards of lower castes and women. The new rulers, that is British, he found that they have opened opportunities in these fields for all members of the all castes. He also attacked Indian society because he thought it was based on caste system. As we already mentioned that the caste is a fourfold hierarchy of the Indian society. He challenged the view that caste system was created by God. Rather, he said it's a myth devised by the upper castes to exploit the lower caste. And therefore, he thought that these myths have been written in the Hindu scriptures, so he had the duty to expose these falsehoods. He also attacked certain customs and practices in the Indian society, like child marriage, marriage between a young girl and an old man, polygamy, objection to remarriage of women, prostitution, harassment of widows. He devised a simple and modern contract type ritual for the marriage ceremony of the members of his truth-seeking society. Remember, he established this society to fight for the rights of the lower castes. He devised this new contract so that the marriage becomes equal between the partners. Phule also envisioned a public true religion called Sarvajanak Satya Dharma, which will replace Hinduism. Why? Because he thought Hinduism is based on a social order which is discriminatory, which believes in caste, promotes untouchability. So therefore a true public religion will promote fraternity, it will promote equality and liberty. In fact, he had an idea that an ideal family can have all the religions. A wife can become a Christian and other members can follow other religions. So he was against discrimination and fought for the rights of lower castes and oppressed classes.